Hi mathematicians, thank you for joining me today. I am so excited. We have a really fun lesson planned with lots of deep thinking. We're going to start with a number talk, then we're going to do a mini lesson on adding and subtraction two-digit number stories, and then we're going to finish with a challenge problem, okay? So we're going to get started with our number talk, but I'm going to need something from you today. I need you to make sure that you're using your stop and play button, your pause and play, because I want you to have your think time. I want you to have your own ideas before I give my ideas. But I also don't want our video to take a really long time. So I'm going to give you a challenge and say, okay, please pause and unpause when you're ready to share your thinking. So let's get started. So here's a close-up of my number grid. And now listen closely because I'm going to read my clues and it can only be one number on this number grid. So you're going to pause in just a moment. You're going to look at the clues, narrow down what you think it is, and have your number ready when you play the video again. So my clues are that my number is greater than 36, but less than 90. It is an odd number, which means it ends in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. It has a 3 in the ones place. It is between it's between 50 and 80, and the sum of the two digits, if you were to add them together, is 10. What is my number? So there are my clues. Now go ahead and please pause your video and see if you can figure it out. Okay, now that you've had some think time, let's break it down. So I know that my number is greater than 36. So here's 36. That means it cannot be 36 and it can't be anything smaller. So all these guys out of the question. Doot, doot, doot. And it's less than 90. So here's 90 and it cannot be 90 because it said it's less than that. And that means anything larger than 90 is also out of the question. Okay, clue 2. It's an odd number, which means it ends in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. I love the number grid because it has so many patterns on there for us. That means I can look at my rows, my columns here, and I can see, well, these are all even numbers because they end in 2. It cannot be any of those. These are even numbers. They end in 4. It can't be those. These are even numbers ending in 6. These are even ending in 8, and it can't be one of my 10s. I know that my next clue is it has a 3 in the ones place. So that's going to take out a lot for me. A 3 in the ones place. Here's my tens place, here's my ones place, there's a 3, there's a 3, there's a 3, there's a 3, there's a 3. That means this is it. These 5 numbers are all I have left, which is cool because I still have 2 clues left. So I'm going to get rid of everything else. Okay, now it is between 50 and 80. 43, that's not between 50 and 80. 53, yeah, that's between 50 and 80. 63, 73, those are all between 50 and 80, but 83 is not, that's too big. And on my last clue is going to take it home. The sum of the two digits is 10. 5 and 3. Well, 5 and 3 is a way to make 8, so that can't be it. 6 and 3 is a way to make 9, so that can't be it. 7 and 3, oh, my brain loves 10s. 7 and 3 is a way to make 10. So friends, what's my number? It is 73. Now, usually we have a ton of strategies that we can choose from, like number line and rec and counters, but I narrowed down our strategies today to just these 4: mental math, counting on, counting back, place value, which you might know as regrouping, and number grid, because we're working with two-digit numbers, numbers that have a 10 and a 1. And when you're working with larger numbers like that, some of our strategies like counters aren't going to be effective because we don't have 81 counters. And number line, my number line only goes up to 31. I could make a bigger one. I could find a bigger one online, but for my purposes, I don't have one right now. So I'm going to stick with these that I can do without doing any extra work. So let's take a closer look at these strategies then. This is me. And I'm going to talk a little bit about our 4 strategies today, and then we're going to do some fun story problems with some familiar faces. Okay, ready? So, two-digit number stories, we're just using these 4 strategies. Mental math is a favorite of a lot of our friends, but mental math is when you think of a number sentence like 8 plus 2, and it just comes to you automatically. Your brain already knows, it is memorized, that 8 and 2 is a way to make 10. So mental math is an option if your brain already knows that fact automatically without having to do any extra processing. So with two-digit numbers, that's not always what we're able to use, but it is an option, especially if we're adding 10s or taking away 10s. Counting on and counting back, that's going to be a great strategy if you are working with a big number and a smaller number. Like if I'm adding 81 plus 17, I can put 81 in my head and I can add up 17. If I'm taking away, I could put 81 in my head and take away 17. It can get a little tricky because 17 is a lot to count back, but it is still an accurate strategy. So place value or regrouping is when you're looking at your tens and your ones. For example, if I'm adding 56 and 45, I think of it as my place value pieces. Well, 56 is 5 tens and 6 ones, and 45 is 4 tens and 5 ones. So I'm going to group together my common pieces. I have 6 and 5. Well, that's 11, and I know that I can go ahead and turn 10 of those into another 10, and now I have 10 tens and 1 1, 101. So that's the regrouping or place value strategy. It also works for subtraction. You just have to take away your ones and your tens. And then last is our number grid. And number grid's probably my favorite strategy to use with my first grade friends because it is so easy to jump up and down using our adding 10 and taking away 10 knowledge and moving forward and backwards for our ones. For example, if I was adding that same one, 56 plus 45, I start on 56 and I'm going to jump forward 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. That takes me here to 96, and then 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it takes me to 101. So that was a quick recap of our strategies. I know we're working with bigger numbers, so it can be a little bit intimidating, but don't worry. You have your tools, you have your strategies, and that's all you need to figure these out. Just takes a little bit of growth mindset and some practice. So let's do some practice. Now, I'm missing my first graders more than anything, but I'm also missing my friends, and I know you guys are missing these people too. So I made some versions of these friends to help us with our lesson today. We have the beautiful and talented Miss Beckman. We have Miss Watson. We have Miss Rourke. She's reading a book. And we also have Miss Bell. And my friends and I are going to be going to a spring store because it is the perfect time for planting. And maybe this could even inspire you to do some planting at home. It is great weather for it, and it would be really cool to observe those things at home. So in our spring store, and you guys can see a closer up version in our choice board this week. In our spring store, we have a lot of things available for purchase. So we have a small planter, a medium planter, and a large planter. The small planter is 18 cents. And we can't forget our cents, our unit symbol when we're working today. Our medium planter is 37 cents. Our large planter is 52 cents. We have oil pots that we can purchase, 35 cents each. We have soil bags. Each one has 5 cups in it, and they are 10 cents each. We have worms, and you can get a pack of 9 worms for 32 cents. Fertilizer, you can get a little bag for 12 cents. A shovel is 46 cents. A sun covering is 85 cents. Gardening gloves are 42 cents. Fruit and vegetable seeds are 68 cents. And wildflower seeds are 45 cents. So using those prices and some story problems, we're going to do some problem solving today. Now the first grade team is getting ready to start a spring garden. They're going to work together to collect the things they need. First up, we have Miss Watson. Watson went to the store first to get planters. She got 1 medium and 1 large. How much money did she spend?
Pause and try it on your own.
All right, so we have 1 medium planter Miss Watson got. Now that's 37 cents. And 1 large planter at 52 cents. So let's put that on our part total board. Thank you, Miss Watson, for your help. So we have 37 and 52. Those are 2 parts. What we need to find is our total. So 37 and 52. So for this one, let's use that counting on strategy. So I'm going to put my larger number first, 52 plus 37. Now, I could count on 37 as that would take a long time. So I'm going to break this into expanded form. And that's 30 and 7. I can easy count 30 from 52. So 52 plus 30, that takes me to 62, 72, and 82, adding my 30, and then 7 more. 82 plus 7, now that's an easy count on sentence. 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. So it took Mrs. Watson 89 cents to purchase those things using the counting on strategy. Miss Watson has the planters. It's Miss Bell's turn to go to the spring store. Miss Bell went next to get 3 bags of soil. She brought 2 quarters, which is 50 cents, how much change did she get back? Okay, so we need to figure out how much those bags of soil are because we need 3 of them. Okay, each bag of soil is 10 cents and 3 tens, well, I know how to count by tens, 10, 20, 30. She must need 30 cents altogether. So let's go back to our part total board. I know that she brought 50 cents, but she only spent 30. So that means I'm going to be doing a subtraction sentence here for Miss Bell. Come on down, Miss Bell. Okay, so I'm going to do 50 minus 30.
Pause and try it on your own.
Now for this one, I think I'm going to count back because I know that when I'm at 50, if I'm just counting back by tens, I can just go up 2 tens. So 50 minus 3 tens, that would take me to 40, 30, and then 20 is left. So she ends up with 20 cents left. Now with all her change, Miss Bell thought, well, maybe while I'm here, I could also get worms. So she wondered, does she have enough to get worms too? How much more does she need? So she was left with 20 cents. Let's see how much the worms are. Okay, the worms are 32 cents. Does she have enough? Well, 32 is greater than 20, so no, she doesn't have enough. But let's figure out how much more she needs to get. So she needs 32, but she only has 20. So let's do a subtraction sentence. Let's do 32 minus 20.
Pause again.
For this one, let's use our number grid. Okay, here's 32, and I'm taking away 20. So using my number grid, I'm just gonna jump straight up because that's how I go by tens. So I'm gonna go 1 10 and 2 tens. How much does she need? She needs 12 cents left. And if she had her 12 cents plus her change, then she would be able to buy some worms. It's my turn. Mrs. Sports is crazy about water conservation. She bought 2 Oya pots and a bag of fertilizer. How much did she spend? Okay, so now it looks like I have 3 different add-ins because I need to figure out how much my Oya pots are, and I need to do 2 of those. So my Oya pots times 2 plus my amount of fertilizer. So let's go to our store. Where am I? Oh, I've got my coffee. All right, so the Oya pots are 35 cents each. Okay, so I need 35 and 35, and my fertilizer is 12. So let's head to my part whole board. Now, since I have 3 different parts, I'm gonna break this, and now I have 3 separate parts. So I know I need 35, 35, and 12. I need to put those all together, and I need to find my total that way. For this, I think I'd like to do some place value. So, let's move out of the way. Okay, I've got 35 plus 35 plus 12. Okay, so here are my 3 tens and my 5 ones. Here are my 3 tens and my 5 ones, and now I have 1 10 and 2 ones. Now,
Try it on your own now. Pause the
we
computer.
start by looking at my ones place, because if I do need to regroup, I need to do it now. So let's see, 5 plus 5, that's a way to make 10, and 2 more, that makes 12. So what I'm gonna do is turn these guys into a 10, and then I have 2 ones left over, so I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 tens and 2 ones. I spent 82 cents at the spring store. And now Miss Beckman. Miss Beckman spent a total of 87 cents at the store. She bought gardening gloves and a set of seeds. Which kind of seeds did she buy? So we know that she spent this much altogether. That's our total. She spent 87, and we know that she bought gardening gloves. Let's see how much they are. Here they are. Miss Beckman bought 42 cents in gardening gloves. What we don't know is our missing part. We don't know which kinds of seeds she bought. We need to figure out if she spent 68 cents or if she spent 45 cents. So for this one, I think I'm gonna go for a number grid again. I know that I need 87 minus 42.
Pause and try it.
Here's my number grid. Okay, here's 87. And let's break that into my expanded form. I'm going to take away 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here I am with 40, and now I need to take away 2. 1, 2, and that takes me to 45. So if she spent 45 cents on her seeds, which ones did she buy? That's right, Miss Beckman is crazy about wildflowers.
I'm just wild about them.
Now, Miss Rorick saw Miss Beckman having so much fun gardening, and she wants to join. Before she decides what to grow, Mrs. Rorick wants to know how much more, and those are keywords, how much more and how many more, that tell us we're going to be subtracting, because this is a comparing problem. How much more expensive are fruit and veggie seeds than the flower seeds? So we know that both of them, we know the price of both of them, 68 and 45, but we don't know how much more expensive those fruit and veggies are. So my total is 68, and my part that I know is 45. So how much more expensive for this one? Let's do another place value. Okay, so we have 68 and we have 45, and I'm taking away.
Stop in the name of math and try it on your
So I'm
own.
going to go ahead and draw my tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if I have 68 to start with, I need to take away this many from my total. So I need to take away 5 from my 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which leaves me with 3 ones. I don't need to regroup because I have enough. And I need to take away 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, which leaves me with 2 tens. So, using place value, I found that the fruit and veggie seeds are 23 cents more expensive than the wildflower seeds, and my missing part was 23. Friends, now it's time for you to practice and apply those skills on your own. In your choice board, you guys have your own spring store, and you have 4 number stories to try it out on. So I'm going to give you guys a choice. You can pause the video here, and you can go try this out on your own and see how you do. You probably want to have your number tools next to you to support you as you're choosing what strategy to use. And you can try them out and give it your best shot on your own. You may also, if you're feeling kind of unsure about it, you can pause the video now. You can go get your paper or go get a notebook to practice on, and we can do them together right now. And for the next few minutes, I will show you how I would solve them on my page to kind of help you get there on your own as well. Okay, so make your choice, go try on your own, or pause, go get a video, or go get a paper, and come back and we'll do it together.
And while you guys are deciding and getting your materials, teacher dance party.
Wow, you can really dance. Wow, you can really dance. He went. They said we've both been dancing all this time. What a coincidence.
Okay, friends, if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video and restart it when you're ready. But I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the steps that I would suggest for each one. Your steps might be different, and that's okay, because our brains are different, and that's so okay. So for this one, number 1, it says Ms. Beckman is a great gardener, and she went back to the spring store to buy a sun covering and more fertilizer. How much money did she spend this time? So we have 12 cents and we have 85 cents. In my part total, I have 12 cents and I have 85 cents. So I'm going to be adding 85 plus 12. That would be a great one for counting on. 85 plus 10 is 95. 95 and 2 more, 96, 97. So 97 cents is what she spent there. Number 2 is Miss Bell and Miss Swartz both bought planters to start at home. Miss Bell bought the large one and Miss Swartz bought the medium one. How much more expensive was Miss Bell's planter? So looking at the prices, the large planter is 52 cents, the medium planter is 37 cents. 52 is my total, 37 is the part I know. I don't know how much more. And those are my keywords that remind me that I need to be subtracting. So if I have 52 and I'm taking away 37, I'm going to solve this one with place value. So I'm going to draw 52, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 ones, and I need to take away 37. So I don't have enough ones to take away 7, so I'm going to go ahead and regroup one of these 10s as ones. So I do have enough to take away. Now I can easily take away 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That leaves me with 5 ones, and cross out 3 of my 10s. 1, 2, 3, and 1 10 left over. So 1 10 and 5 ones. Hers was 15 cents more expensive than mine. Okay, moving on to number 3. Mrs. Watson decided to add some wacky wildflowers to the first grade garden. She purchased 1 pack of seeds, and we know they're wildflower seeds, and some soil. She spent 75 cents altogether. How many bags of soil did she get? So I know that my wildflowers are 45 cents, And I know that each pack of soil is 10 cents, but I don't know how many packs of soil that she purchased. So I'm going to start with my total, which is 75, and my part, which is 45, and I need to subtract to find what I have left to spend on soil. So 75 minus 45. This is another really good one for place value because my ones are going to subtract away from themselves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens and 5 ones. Take away 5 ones. Those are gone. Take away 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm left with 3 tens or 30. So if she had 30 cents for soil and each pack of soil is 10 cents each, 10, 20, 30. She bought 3 packs of soil plus wildflower seeds. All right, and last but not least, Miss Rourke wants to garden too. She plans to start with a small planter, 2 bags of soil, and wildflower seeds. How much money does she need? So right now we've got a bunch of parts, but we don't know our total. So she's starting with a small planter. A small planter is 18 cents. 2 bags of soil, each one at 10 cents, so that's 20 cents for soil, and wildflowers, 45 cents. Okay, now I need to put all of those together. So I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to do number grid for this one. 45 plus 18 plus 20. I'm going to go 45 and 20 first. So here's 45, and I need to add 20, so 1 and 2 takes me to 65. Now 65 plus 18. 18 can be broken into 10 and 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 83 cents. So total, Ms. Rourke is going to need to save 83 cents to go to the store. Now your teachers and I are so proud of you. Today's lesson was not an easy one. It required a lot of deep thinking, a lot of strategies, a lot of growth mindset, a lot of perseverance. So if you made it all the way through, or even if you didn't, that's okay. Kiss your ring. You're amazing. Don't forget it. And if you want to take on another challenge, use our characters, use our Spring Store, and come up with your own story problem. See if you can stump your teachers. We would love that. So send them over. You can do Facebook or email. That would be awesome. And yeah, keep learning, stay curious, and don't forget to
The men were dancing side by the man with a crooked glance. They turned to face each other. It was just happenstance that these 2 men would meet that day and do that fateful dance. Wow, you can really dance. Wow, you can really dance. He went. They said we've both been dancing all this time. What a coincidence.